Oh, how you doing? YourGuitarSage here. I see you've come around to learn Mine by Taylor Swift. Sure you have. Well, I'm going to teach it to you, and here we go. Now, if you haven't tuned to my videos before, you'll know that my method is I play through the song and then I show you all the bits and pieces. So, taught many songs today, so this one may run into some of the others. And I surely don't know the lyrics to this song, but it's a beautiful song. And I'm going to teach it to you. So it's going to go something like this. We'll go over the bits and pieces, chords, rhythm, and all that good stuff after I run through the basic part of the song. So it's going to go something like this. This is the intro. Pre-chorus. Okay, so let me stop there real quick. If you don't know what I'm looking at this, which is a chart that I do for my students. Makes things a lot easier to understand these tunes. And if you want to look at this, at what I'm looking at, go to YourGuitarSage.com, get that ebook, and then you'll be privy to the charts. It makes it a lot easier to learn these tunes. Otherwise, you just kind of got to listen up and write a bunch of stuff down. Okay, so here we go. So we just did the intro, the verse, pre-chorus, and chorus, and now and the turnaround. We did intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, turnaround, which is that bit with the C. And then we're basically going to do the verse again, the pre-chorus again, the chorus again. So all that's the same. We're not going to go over it again. And then the second chorus doubles up. Okay, so meaning you're going to do the whole thing twice. Then there's another, let's see, there's a turnaround of C, G, D. This is before the bridge, and here's the bridge. We'll go over the chords in a minute. E minor, C. Or we'll go over them right now. And then we're back into the pre-chorus, chorus, and the end of the song, which is the C. Okay, now let's talk about bits and pieces. Okay, so obviously there's no capo on this tune, so we're just playing open chords, C, G, D. There was an E minor thrown in there. And that's it. That's all she wrote. Did you see how I did that? My little joke there, that's all she wrote. Taylor Swift. Yeah. So C, G, D, E minor, and that's all there is in this tune. So let's talk about the signatures or the licks in here that make up this song. So obviously the first part of the song is going to be the intro and the verse and the pre-chorus are all pretty darn similar. Okay, I'm looking at it right now and I'm analyzing it. It's all pretty darn similar. So intro, verse, and pre-chorus are all pretty much the same chord progressions, but there's some different things that we're doing as far as rhythm and stuff like that, pushes and stuff. So the intro of the song, if we're counting this, songs in 4, if we're counting this like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, then as far as the intro, it would go like this: C for 2 beats, G for 2 beats, D for 4 beats. And basically, before Taylor starts singing, play that whole bit 4 times. That's 1, 2, okay? You get it. So you do that 4 times. Now, the verse is the same bit. So that's all the same. And in fact, for each verse, you do that same thing 4 times. Here's where it gets a little different. The very last one, you have a diamond. A diamond is where you hold the chord out for the whole measure. And first and second verse are a little bit different. So it ends like, the first time it goes, that's called a push, or an anticipation, but it's mainly called a push. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and. So it's on the and, the 4, the and of 4, instead of the next downbeat in the next measure. Instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, that's boring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Although they do that in the second measure, in the second verse. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4, and. So on the and of 4 instead of the 1. Okay, so that's it. So now you got the intro and the verse. What does the pre-chorus do? Yeah, pretty much the same thing, except we're pushing the G and the D now. Now, right, same bit there. Now here's a little caveat, is that I was hearing on the record that some people are pushing it and some people aren't. I think maybe the bass player was pushing it and the guitar player was not. That happens a lot in recordings. Not necessarily everybody's on the same bit there, but it still sounds good, okay? So really for that part it's a little fuzzy. You can push them or not, okay? Let's talk about the chorus. The chorus is a measure of C, a measure of G, a measure of D, and then a split bar, meaning 2 beats per chord, E minor and D. So the chorus is gonna go. So basically that's C, G, D, E minor, D. Okay, and I do this little where I mute the strings. You can do that with left hand or right hand. Basically, you hit the chord and karate chop the strings. Not too hard, mind you. I've literally karate chopped beautiful guitars in half doing that, but I'm kind of strong too. Not really. For a musician. So what you're going to do is you're going to hit the chord and then you're to chop the string. With the right hand, muted. If it does this, you're not chopping. You're not chopping good enough, okay? So just make sure it's muted. Or with the left hand, you could go. That's a little bit tricky though. If you're a newbie, it's going to be a little bit difficult to do, because then you got to get your hand back in position for the chord. Okay, so you can do it either way. I do sometimes both for kicks and giggles. Okay, so there we just did intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, turn around. Boy, I hope that camera's running. It is. I saw the little number. Sorry. Okay. All right. Okay. Intro, verse, chorus. Or intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, turnaround. The turnaround is just 2 measures of C. Turnaround is that bit that usually brings you back to the verse, or sometimes the chorus. This case is bringing you back to the second verse. Second verse is the same as the first, except that very last measure that that very last 2 measures that we talked about is 3, 4. So a D, C, G, D. The D is a diamond and it's right on the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the other one? Remember, it was a push. Sure you do. You remember that. So second verse, same as the first, except for that one little bit. Second pre-chorus is the same. Second chorus is the same, except you're going to double it. What does that mean? you know what that means. So you're doubling the chorus, and then the turnaround is kind of the same as the pre-chorus. Yeah, in fact, it's exactly the same. You're going to push the G and push the D. Again, one guy's doing it, one guy's not. That's what it would sound like pushed. Here's what it would sound like straight. Okay, now chords in the bridge are going to go E minor for measure, C, D. And then you repeat that again, E minor, C, D twice, the D's twice. Okay, pre-chorus. This is the third pre-chorus. It's the same as the other pre-choruses, except we have a double diamond. So I mean, you hit the chord, that one chord that she holds out, and holds it out for 8 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Simple, easy cheesy, lemon squeezy. Then, after the pre-chorus, we got the chorus. Is it the same as the other ones? Yeah, it is. Except we don't do the... Oh, you know something? It's a double chorus at the end. And here's how that goes down. The first chorus doesn't do the... It just plays through. But the second time around, it does do that. Okay, and the end of the song is basically the pre-chorus. The pre-chorus. And it does the... it basically does the same as the other 3 pre-choruses, except it diamonds on the D at the end of the song. So you just hold that D out. All right, so I know some of you don't know some of these chords, C, G, D, and E minor and all that stuff. Most of you probably do, but for those of you that don't, go to YourGuitarSage.com and get that ebook, because that's going to help a ton with the stuff that we're doing. And then obviously you can see a physical representation or an illustration of exactly what I'm talking about. So much easier when you're looking at this stuff, okay? If you haven't already, hit subscribe. Your Guitar Sage out.